Samulnori before Hallyu in Vladivostok. K-pop resonates in Austria, the heart of Europe. Fighting food waste, disco soup. Healing power of music. Martial artist Lee Gang-jong promotes hapkido in France. Hello, welcome to Going Global. I'm your host, Jung Se-ni. When summer comes, many people dream of just heading to the beach. A man in Europe has been spending the last 3 years kayaking in the Mediterranean Sea with his dog. Sergei Bazzoli and his pet dog Nirvana have logged 5,000 kilometers, starting their journey from Barcelona, and have met more than 1,000 people. The duo had to rely on the hospitality of others during the cold winter months. This may not be an easy journey, but Bazzoli's freedom must be a source of envy. Even if you can't go on a world trip yourself, how about joining Going Global on a trip around the world instead? And now, let's start with our first story of the day. There is a Korean traditional Samulnori troupe that takes part in every local event in Vladivostok, Russia. Known as the Haedong Samulnori troupe, they have been around for 20 years and are made up of mostly locals. Let's find out more.
A surprise performance on a university campus in Vladivostok, Russia. Students stop at the sound of an exciting rhythm. This is the Haedong Samulnori troops, the best among all amateur Korean percussion groups in the Russian Far East.
블라디보스토크에서 이와카테는 한 9,000톤 공연을 볼 수 있어서 정말 좋겠다고 생각해요.
Third-generation Korean Russian Song Jin-ah has been leading the troupe since its establishment in 1995. Song became a professor at a newly established College of Korean Studies and had no knowledge of Korean traditional music at that time. At that time, K-pop, let alone Korean traditional music, was virtually unknown in this region.
애들도 무엇인지 모르고 나도 무엇인지 모르고 다행히 1학년생 중에서 제 큰아들이 공부했어. 큰아들하고 이제 고려인들 걔들 친구들 와서 배워.
Song visited Korea to learn Samulnori and also taught herself with videos and CDs. The troupe is made up mostly of locals and has about 30 members. It represents the College of Korean Studies and is invited to various events.
저 같은 경우에는 사물놀이 매력을 완전 빠져서 나중에 학교를 졸업하고 나서 한 예전에 입학하는 게 꿈이에요.
The Haedong Samulnori troupe spread the spirit of Korea in Russia even before Hallyu arrived. The troupe is organizing a large-scale performance in October featuring some 200 graduates who are part of the troupe.
Moving on to our next story. Visiting Austria, often called the heart of Europe, showed that there are people who are in love with K-pop. There was even a K-pop competition for the ticket to the K-pop festival, which will be held in Korea this coming October. Let's take a closer look.
This is the Korea Cultural Center in Donamu Park in Vienna, Austria. Many young people have created a festive-like atmosphere at this usually quiet park. They practice singing Korean songs to an accompanying guitar track and also practice dancing. They are Austria's K-pop fans.
Ich höre K-Pop seit 2012. Meine ersten Gruppen waren eben Super Junior und Girls' Generation. Ja, also ich habe ehrlich gesagt mit G und Sorry angefangen. Das sind so die ersten 2 Tänze, die ich auch getanzt habe.
This is the preliminary round for the K-pop festival taking place in Korea this coming October. Some 40 contestants came from all over the country with dreams of performing in Korea. Given Austria's reputation as the country of music, the contestants approach K-pop from different perspectives.
Also meine ersten Eindrücke von K-Pop waren, wow, eine riesige, volle neue Welt mit so viel Musik, guter Musik, die man noch nicht kennt. Und einfach alles schön bunt und anders. Interessant einfach.
Although this is a competition, it's also an opportunity to bring together Austria's K-pop fans. They're not active as a unified group, so this is a chance to size up the skills of others and talk about K-pop.
So happy, but I still feel even more stressed right now because we have to manage the second one even more, and after the second one we have to manage the other. So I'm happy. I'm so happy.
The contestants showed that music is not about rivalry, but about the fun of sharing.
Our next story takes us to London. Every year, about 1/3 of food materials are thrown away as trash around the world. This trash is worth about $400 billion. And in London, one group has come up with a unique way to help reduce food waste. Let's find out more.
This is Borough Market, the oldest traditional market in London. On Sundays, most shops are closed, but this Sunday is an exception, and something smells delicious. The people here are enjoying a buffet. The food is made with ingredients that were on the verge of being thrown out.
And I think it's incredible if you think about how much food is wasted. So why not come together on a Sunday, have some fun together, enjoy the time, and enjoy some great food too.
Residents of London gathered in the market central square 2 hours ago. They start by washing fruits and vegetables that look a little out of shape and are close to their expiration date. The ingredients are passed over to a chef who cooks up a delicious dish with them.
Really important to just show people that all of this food would have otherwise been thrown away and wasted if we weren't cooking it and having a lovely meal for people, a free meal.
This is Disco Soup, an event that aims to reduce food waste. Disco Soup first took off in Germany, and now there are events in other parts of Europe and the United States.
Like we had some bananas that were covered in black, but you can't tell that if they're out of date or not until you open them. When we tried to make them, we thought, oh, they're not going to look nice, but they've turned out really, really good and people really enjoyed them.
London's restaurants throw out an estimated 900,000 tons of ingredients each year. This is worth about a whopping $36.5 million US. However, 80% of the food tossed out are perfectly edible and causes no harm.
You can get lots of food waste, get people to cook it and shop it communally and have a delicious meal. So it's a way of showing, again, the delicious solutions to food waste, and it's fun and celebratory.
Volunteers visited numerous restaurants and markets in London to gather any food that was going to be thrown out. And with these ingredients, about 200 people could eat a delicious meal.
The message is that food waste is a huge problem, and people can see the environmental and social benefits of dealing with it.
Some food products are thrown out just because they don't look appealing. Some because there's too much. Reducing food waste is a step towards saving our Earth.
Heading over to France for our next story. There was a charity musical event to help African children, and a Korean expatriate choir was the first group to perform. The Jung Da Woon choir has been around for the past 16 years, and it aims to help others with the power of music. Let's take a closer look.
These women are on stage in hanbok, or Korean traditional clothes. This charity music festival was set up to help children in Togo, Africa, and the opening performance is by the only Korean women's choir in France. An African team responds to the beautiful Korean music with their own song. Not everyone may understand the foreign languages, but both the performers and the audience become one through music.
한국 문화를 국제적인 파리에서 국제적인 도시에서 이렇게 널리 알릴 수 있는 참 좋은 어떤 외교관과 같은 그런 역할도 할 수 있겠구나.
Je trouve déjà que c'est super bien du fait que les Coréens se mélangent aux Africains et que voilà parce que après tout nous œuvrons tous pour la pauvreté dans le monde pour pouvoir aider toutes ces personnes.
These ladies are members of the Jung Da Woon choir, which started 2 years ago with 7 members. Today, it has 27 members. Most of them are married to French people and have been living outside Korea for a long time. The members gather every Thursday and ease their homesickness with Korean music.
외국에 나와서 살면서 같은 나라 동포분들이 모여서 한국말도 할 수 있고 또 여러 가지 외국에서 지내면서 어려운 점들도 서로 얘기를 할 수 있고.
The choir is now spreading the healing power of music across French society. It holds regular performances at orphanages, senior homes, and other facilities for the disadvantaged, leaving good impressions of Korea in the process.
이게 저희끼리의 이제 위로가 되는 차원에서 멈추는 게 아니라 또 조금 더 발전해서 프랑스 사회에 한 걸음 나아가서 교류가 될 수 있는 발판이 됐으면 좋겠다는 생각이 있었어요.
The choir is currently preparing for a recital in June. Marking its 16th anniversary this year, the choir plans to open its doors to people of other ethnicities as well.
Staying in France for our last story. Over the past few years, Korean traditional martial art hapkido has been steadily gaining popularity in France. This trend can be attributed to one Korean expatriate's efforts to present hapkido as a way to discipline one's mind. Expatriate and hapkido master Lee Gang-jong has turned the hapkido into a successful Korean cultural content. Let's find out more.
This is a popular French talent show. A small Asian man is demonstrating various moves of hapkido to French comedians and sports stars. He is Lee Gang-jong, often called the godfather of hapkido in France. Lee starts every hapkido class with a salute to the French flag. However, the rest is in Korean.
Ça me donne envie d'aller visiter la Corée parce qu'ils parlent coréen et on a appris à compter en coréen.
He opened his school in Paris in 2009. He originally came to France for a seminar held by the Federation of World Hapkido and found that the French are very interested in Asian martial arts.
여기서는 성인들도 어떻게 보면은 취미이자 특기로 우리나라에서 골프를 좋아하듯이 여기서는 이제 무도를 상당히 많이 좋아하거든요. 그래서
However, their enthusiasm wasn't always a good thing for Yi. Yi faced stiff competition from the existing martial arts school established by Chinese and Japanese people. Given his underdog status, Yi had to use a different strategy. He promoted the spirit of martial arts instead of the techniques.
저는 항상 제자들한테 말하는 게 스포츠 정신이 뭐냐 그런 얘기를 해요. 스포츠 정신이란 거는 페어플레이고요. 무도 정신이라는 거는 일단은 나를 지키고 내 가정을 지키고 그리고 나라를 지키는 그런 원동력이 되는 거거든요.
He presented hapkido as a cultural martial art that protects loved ones instead of attacking others, and which instills discipline in the practitioner.
La méditation, c'est autre chose que juste frapper sur un adversaire. C'est vraiment une autre façon d'être, une autre façon de penser. Ça m'aide beaucoup.
There are about 40 hapkido schools run by Yi all over France. He's also debuted as a martial arts director for French action movies and dramas.
한국하고도 계속 연결해서 어떤 한국을 알리고 한국 무도를 알리는 그런 영화에 관심이 더 있습니다.
He showed that martial arts are not just about physical abilities and skills, but more about spiritual growth. Thanks to his efforts, hapkido is taking root as a Korean cultural content in France.
I hope you enjoyed today's stories on Going Global. Back in 1997, a set of septuplets was born in Iowa, the United States. These 4 boys and 3 girls, known as Mackay septuplets, are the world's first set of septuplets to survive infancy. And the mother's pregnancy was a great source of debate in the United States at the time. In such pregnancies, there is a high chance that one, some, or all of them will die within a few days or have to live with disabilities. Fortunately, the Mackay septuplets all survived infancy and 18 years later recently graduated from Carlisle High School. For the first time in their lives, the siblings are going to walk separate paths, but they will always be together. Now, Going Global will be back next week with more exciting and interesting stories from all around the world. Thank you for watching.